Not every thought deserves equal trust. It's a simple sentence, but it might save you from a lot of unnecessary suffering. Hello and welcome to a weekend episode of Daily English, where we try to grow in English and in life. Today I want to talk about something many people have experienced. Maybe you've had a normal day. Nothing terrible happened. You finished your work, you talked to a few people, you came home, and then, late at night, something changes. A small problem suddenly feels enormous. An email you need to send feels stressful. A decision feels impossible. A mistake you made last week feels embarrassing again. A future uncertainty starts looking like a catastrophe. And you find yourself lying in bed thinking, what am I going to do? What's interesting is that if you look at the same problem the next morning, it often looks completely different. Not because the situation changed, because you changed. We often assume that our thoughts reflect reality accurately, but our thoughts are influenced by our state. And at night, many of us are not in our best state. We're tired, mentally depleted, emotionally stretched. When energy decreases, perspective often shrinks. The mind becomes less flexible, less balanced, more focused on threats and uncertainties. This is why a manageable problem at 10 a.m. can feel like a life crisis at 11 p.m. Think about a common example. You send a message and don't receive a reply. At noon, you barely notice, but at midnight, your mind starts creating stories. Maybe they're upset. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe this means something. The situation is exactly the same. Only your mental state has changed. This is why one of the most useful habits I have learned is this. Never make major conclusions when you're exhausted. Not because your thoughts are meaningless, but because your exhaustion is not a neutral condition. It changes how you interpret reality. When you notice yourself overthinking late at night, try asking, do I have a problem right now? Or do I have a tired brain thinking about a problem? That question alone can create a space. And here is something practical you can try. The next time a problem feels overwhelming at night, make a simple agreement with yourself. I will think about this again tomorrow. Not avoid it, not ignore it, just postpone the final judgment. Give your future rested self a chance to look at it. You may be surprised how often tomorrow's version of you is calmer, wiser, and less dramatic than tonight's version. So, this weekend, remember, not every thought deserves equal trust. Some thoughts arrive when the mind is clear. Others arrive when the mind is tired. And wisdom is not believing every thought equally. Wisdom is knowing the difference. Thank you so much for being here today. Take care and see you tomorrow.